All right, so Tony Smotherman, what's been going on in the world of music with you?
Well, it's been quite busy. Just rehearsing up the band. Got some really cool shows coming up. We just got finished doing a show in Orlando with my band at an event called Gem Fest for Steve Vai's Make a Noise Foundation, and a great charity event to raise money for kids who can't afford instruments. And Steve Vai was there this year, and that was really cool, man. So we just got finished with that show about a week ago.
Would you say there's a lot of kids that don't have money to buy instruments nowadays?
I think it's mainly towards, kids that they grow up in poverty-stricken neighborhoods, and that music's not readily available to go take lessons from a teacher. Maybe the parents don't have money or to buy them an instrument or whatever, and so that is to actually buy instruments for kids, and they give them out. They give them out to them.
That's a really good, thing that you guys are doing there.
Yeah, they actually raised $5,000 this year, which is not too bad, man. So they'll take all that money and buy used instruments and give them out, to needy kids who want to play music but don't have a way to do it. So I'm always love being a part of something like that.
Well, that's awesome. And also, I've seen also you've been touring or playing some gigs with Richie Kotzen.
Yes, sure have. That was really cool, man. Richie did a show with him a few weeks ago. That was really cool. See, I've been a big fan of Richie's, since I first started playing guitar, and I've met him since then. I met him about 2 years ago for the first time, but we did the show with him, and it went really, really well, man. And he's a really generous guy, and he stayed for our show too, and for our opening set, he heard some of that, and he digged it. So it was good. It was a really cool thing to be able to work with him.
Do you still collaborate at all with Guitar World?
I haven't done any. I did a lesson for them. I think it was about 6 months ago. I Bet You Can't Play This on their DVD that comes with the magazine.
Right.
But I haven't done anything recently with them. So hopefully here, soon near the future, we get the new record out and they can do a review, and I'll come up with some new stuff. They did want me to do some more stuff, but they had so many people in line to do some lessons that, they said, let's give it a few months and then we'll do some more stuff. So they kind of got to go by their timetable right now. But
For speaking of new album, when is your new album coming out?
we're hoping to wrap that up at the end of this summer. I wanted to release it actually right before Christmas. I thought that would be really cool. But if all falls in well, actually talking to the first chair violinist of the Jacksonville Symphony Orchestra. He's the concert master. He's going to be playing on my record, and we're going to do some guitar violin things. I guess like a post Dixie Dregs, Steve Morse, type thing. And but we're hoping to get that released, by December. And but working with a record is always a hassle because anything can go wrong, and you got to deal with other people's schedules. But I'm really lucky to have some cool guys that work really hard and that are so proficient at their instruments that we can get through the record quicker than with guys who have to take more time, to learn the parts. So.
How many people would you say is going to be participating in this album?
Well, I'm actually planning on getting some really cool guests. I just can't mention them yet until the record's up, because you know how that could go. Somebody could say, well, I don't have time. I wanted to, but now it's going to work out. But, I've talked to Derek Sherinian from Green Theater and the Extreme Theater keyboard player, and he discussed, wanting to do some stuff. And I'm going to have a buddy of mine, Rusty Cooley, maybe do a solo on there. Those are names I can definitely mention, but some of the more bigger celebrity names, I don't know if it's going to work out or not. It's just keeping my fingers crossed at the moment, but I should know within the next month if it's definite or not.
And Tony, what you've been doing for this summer? Like summer's already started. You're going to be playing more concerts this July?
Definitely. We got some shows booked at the end of the month. And I've actually taken the the first month here of summer and really, really, re-examined some things I was doing and worked harder on other things that I needed to work on and making my musicianship as strong as it can be, while I have the time to do it. Because when it does get busy and we're playing and all that good stuff and I'm doing clinics, unfortunately I don't have time to practice. I'm just playing.
Right.
But now I'm taking advantage of having some time to practice my guitar and actually work on things that I keep, not finding the time to do. So I'm taking that time right now. I pretty much spent the whole day today working on new techniques and ideas. And, of course, writing music. It takes time to write music, so you have to allot that time on your guitar. If not, it's just not going to be good.
Now, for guitar clinics, don't you find that opens your brain sometimes to see what the other people do also?
Definitely. And what really, really is cool is that when people ask questions of things that I would have not thought of, or, hey, can you do that like this? And then I have to demonstrate it. I might stumble across something and learn something myself, So, I mean, I'm always a student no matter what happens. I'm always a student of the guitar. I never feel like, I've reached some level in any way, shape, or form. I'm always learning.
How many hours of a day would you say you do put in right now compared to, when you started playing?
Well, when I started playing, it was almost over-obsessive, where I was practicing 8, 9, 10 hours in one day. Not in a row. I'd practice 3 hours and then practice 2 and then 3, But nowadays, since, I don't have that time anymore, I'm able to get in a few hours. Like today, I probably practiced about 5 hours today. And, tomorrow I'll have plenty of practice time. And then tomorrow evening I have a photo shoot for a new company that, they've actually been around. They're not a new company, but a new company I'm endorsing called Godlike Pedals. And I have to do a photo shoot tomorrow evening. And yesterday, also, I have a local TV show that I do guitar lessons on. It's about a 3-minute clip, and it comes up once Saturday evenings at 10 o'clock in Jacksonville on WC Channel 17. And the same episode reruns the next day, Sunday, at 6:30. And they called me in to come and host my own episode, and I did that yesterday. So coming up in the next 2 weeks, there'll be a show that's basically me hosting a show about my own music, where I talk about my songs and how I wrote them, and they'll go into actual video clips that we shot at the TV station with the whole band, and I'll actually be on the commercials and all that good stuff. So we actually knocked all that out yesterday.
And this is only on local TV?
Yes, this is a local station, Channel 17, WCWJ Channel 17. Now it's called CW17, but it's a local station, and they contacted me a while back about actually doing the guitar lesson thing. And what would happen is after every commercial break, it would go into my segment. So I'm pretty excited about doing a full show. It's to promote a festival they're doing, marking the 1-year anniversary of the TV show. So it's actually, it's got a lot of viewers, which has been great for me, reaching out, and being able to play guitar on TV is a really cool thing,
I think it's brilliant, playing a guitar lesson style, you're saying?
Yeah, basically, the lessons are, okay, here's, for instance, a pentatonic thing you can do, and I'll take a lick, and I'll play the lick really slow, and then I'll explain, how I did it, and then speed it up, and then I kind of show where you could put it. If you were playing a song, I'd take a regular song that somebody probably knows, and then I'll throw it in there and say you could do that with it. And then I'll kind of variate on it and improvise a little bit using it. And then that's pretty much the end of the segment. It's about 3 minutes long. Sometimes I'll play 2 or 3 segments in a 30-minute show, So it's not like I have the guitar in hand for 30 minutes. It's just, and I'm not the host of the show. I just host the guitar lesson portion of it.
Any of this footage on YouTube at all, or is it strictly local TV?
None of the footage is on there, but they actually mentioned about posting some things on there so people can check it out. But since you mentioned YouTube, there are two video clips that somebody posted about a week ago from the Steve Vai event. If you put my name in there and search on their most recently posted videos, there's two clips, and the guy had a really good camera. So normally I really prefer people not videotape, but you never know. You might have an off night or something, and everybody sees it, and then oh man, what happened to you that night? But
Yeah.
you just never know what night you're going to have, and it just happened to be a really good evening for us, for the band, and the sound quality was really good, so you could tell what was going on, and it was a really cool clip that he put up there, sound-wise and video-wise.
All right, great stuff, Tony Smotherman.